Okay, is everybody ready to continue? So far so good. We've already done items number 1 to 5. So if you haven't learned how to do this, please rewatch it, okay? If you want to know the requisite details, just follow along na lang as we go along, okay? So now let's go to the next item. Number 6. Ding Dong and Patrick are cell phone addicts, and they need to buy cell phones in order for them to communicate with each other even though they're very far away. Actually, we don't need to include that clause because it's not even important. Because we already know talaga they need cell phones to communicate with each other. Even though they're very far away, we don't need to add that. Although we are just using that lang for emphasis. Yeah, never mind about that. Let's go now to the problem, okay? So, in this problem, we have, do you still remember the Dongpat couple, diba? They are the ones from the PUB Gen 11. The couple. If Kuya Dong gets evicted, Kuya Pat also gets affected as well. Kaya nga, the Dongpat couple have to work together. So, therefore, it takes two to tango. Kaya nga, that's what happens with them. Now, ito na yung problema sa stats and props ko. Sabi dito, each cellphone consists the maximum storage values as indicated. So, di ba, remember, kapag bumili sila ng mga cellphone, there's a maximum storage of cell phones. Like, one is 32 GB, 48 GB, that's gigabytes, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, at 160. Now, ito yung mga ano yun, mga variables, di ba? 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, and 160. And then, sabi dito, Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones, while Kuya Pat will buy 3 cell phones. Based on the number of cell phones bought, they need to know the average maximum storage. Find the differences of the information. Okay, so now, this is a bit of a tricky problem, but the good news is, it's still easy. Ganito kasi yun. Diba, remember sabi dito sa problema na to, Kuya Patrick and Kuya Dong will buy cell phones, tama? They are cell phone addicts and they're going to buy cell phones in order for them to communicate. At ito na talaga yung problema. Sabi ni Kuya Dong, diba, remember there are cell phones there with the maximum number of gigabytes. And then based on the cell phones that they bought, they're going to compute for the average number of storage. So, ibig sabihin, yun talaga maganap ang sampling distribution of the sample means na naman. We are going to formulate another sampling distribution again. Pero, ito yung plot twist. Ngayon, di ba remember, not like in number 1, it's just basic. And number 2 is just basic. And number 3, it's a bit harder. Pero what you call this, it's just 2 lang. Combination 2. The number 4 is a bit hard, pero it's still easy naman. And then number 5, we try to solve for n. Ngayon, this is a bit tricky because we have 2 sets. Bakit 2 sets? Because sabi dito, Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones while Kuya Pat will buy 3. So therefore, what is the solution to the problem? The solution to the problem goes like this. Ito na yun. If your paper keeps flying away, you have to just hold on to it na lang. So therefore, si Kuya Dong, di ba remember, Kuya Dong, can you see what I'm writing? Or right here na lang. Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones. So that's Kuya Dong. Di ba remember si Ding Dong? He's the one from, ano yun, PB, ano yun, Gen 11. So Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones, while Kuya Pat, on the other hand, 3 cell phones, okay? So now, based on this problem, eto na yun. Diba, remember there are 32, 48, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 possible samples, and we are going to choose, ganito siya. Diba, remember, since Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones out of 8, therefore, what is Kuya Dong's sample? Diba, remember, sabi ko sa'yo, to list down all the possible samples, we are going to use this formula. Diba, remember, in sampling distribution of the sample means, we need to know how many, ano yun, how many total possible combinations are there so that you can make the complete tally and formulate the sampling distribution of the sample means. So, for Kuya Dong, how many possible combinations are there? Diba, remember, he's going to choose 2 cell phones. So, diba, remember, we have N and R. What is the N? 8, diba? Because there are 8 cell phones that are sold within different numbers of storages. And he's going to get the average number of storages for the number of cell phones bought. And then the R, which stands for the what number chosen. How many cell phones should Kuya Dong buy? Dalawa. So therefore, it's 8C2. So 8 factorial, 8 minus 2 factorial, then 2 factorial. This becomes 8 times 7 times 6 factorial. The 6 factorials will cancel, and we're just left with 2 and 1. So this is 4 times 7. So therefore, Kuya Dong has 28 combinations. Yan. Diba? So 28 combinations kay Kuya Dong. Now for Kuya Pat, the N is still the same. Why is our N still 8? Because there are 8 cell phones being sold. Diba? And then what is our R? Our R is 3. So there are 3 possible combinations. So now we have 8 factorial, 8 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. This becomes 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial. Diba? 8 minus 3 factorial is 5 factorial. But the 5 factorials will cancel, which just simply leaves to 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 makes 6. So the 3 times 2 will cancel, and then the 8 times 7 na lang. So therefore, we have 56 possible yan. So now we have already listed our combinations. Kuya Dong has 28 combinations, while Kuya Pat has 56 combinations. Now, we have already, and then when we sum this up all together, we should get 28 plus 56 equals 14, that's 84. So 84 combinations. Yan. So lahat na yan ay 84. So now let's go now to the distribution. So in our distribution, as you can see here, here's the sample size that I did. For sample size 2, that is for Kuya Dong. Diba? Because he's gonna buy 2 cell phones, and 8C2 is 28. And then sample size 3, that's 56. Yung kay Kuya Pat naman. And then, we got the summation, and that's 84 possible combinations altogether for both. Alright? Although this one can still be easy, but it's a bit tricky because you're gonna have to pay close attention with the number of combinations. Alright? And making the combinations as well. Pero, do you still remember the pattern? Okay, ganito yun. I will show you. First, let's go to Kuya Dong's first. Before that, I want to tell you what the population mean is. So, you know already what the population mean is? The population mean is just simply getting the average of all the numbers. And the numbers are 32, 48, 64, 18, 96, 112, 128, and 160. When we get the average of all the numbers, what do we get? 90. Let's see later in sampling distribution to see if we get the same answer. But pay close attention because this problem might be tricky. But don't worry, it's still easy. Now let's go to the variance. Do you still remember how to solve for the population variance? First, we arrange the variables from least to greatest. And here they are. They're from least to greatest now. And then once we do, this is the formula that we're going to do. The value is this: 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 160. Then we get the average of all the numbers and we get 90. Diba? Now, after that, remember the first formula, it's x minus the mean. So remember, we get 90, so minus 90 becomes negative 58, diba? And then we drag it up para mas mabilis. Pero I just click this one, diba? As to lock the cell. And then from there, whatever answer we get here, we square it. Yan. And then here, I did it na patuloy-tuloy. And to get the variance, it's just simply getting the average of all the numbers here. And what do we get? The variance is 1,596. Whereas the standard deviation is just simply taking the square root of your variance and you get 39.94 or 39.95. Did we get that right? Yes, we did. Thank you, Lord. Now that we're already done with our population mean, variance, and standard deviation, let's work on the sampling distribution. But before that, let's go and list down all the possible samples first. And again, remember just what I said, this is going to be a bit tricky now. Kasi po, not like last time, it's just only one. But now we are going to do both. Two of and 3. So therefore, we are going to work on 2 distributions, 2 histograms, and 2 list of samples. Because, di ba remember, not like last time what we did before, we have only one set. Now, we are selecting 2 samples because we have sample 2 and sample 3. So therefore, we expect that we are going to make 2 distributions. So which one shall we do first? Let's do number 2 muna. Alright? So how about let's do number 2 muna? So let's try with sample 2. So that one is just very easy. The pattern goes like this. Diba remember sa HC2, remember this is the combination. We're supposed to get 28 possible combinations. And do you still remember the technique that I told you, diba? Diba remember we have 32, 48, 64. What's the fourth element? 180, 96, 112, 128, and 160. Tama? Remember, the R is 2, diba? So 2, what is R minus 1? So R minus 1 is, diba remember, R minus 1. And that's 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So therefore, we only highlight one reference. And our reference is 32. And then what we encircle? We encircle the possible choices, diba? So here we have 7 choices. Tama? So 7 plus, and then we bring down 48. Because now that 32 is done, we write down all the other numbers. Then we just encircle the pattern. So 6. So 7 plus 6. And then after that, once we're done with 48, we go now to the number, we go now to the number 64. And 64, we encircle everything. How many are there? 5. Because 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, and 160. So there are 5 different possible choices for that matter. Diba? Next, we're done with 64. So now we're going to do 80. Then we write 96, 112, 128, 160. How many choices are there? 4 choices. And then we have 96, 112, 128, 160. Tatlo na lang. And then 112 is our reference. So we have 128, 160. Dalawa. And then 128 and 160, isa na lang yung choice mo. So just only 1. Then what we do to the numbers here, we add. 7 plus 6 is 13, 18, 22, 25, 27, 28. So tama, we have a list of 28 possible combinations for that. Now we have already listed the sample size of 2. Now let's go to our distribution. Now let's go to our sample size first. So here's the sample size that I did. So we know that in here, we're supposed to obtain 28 combinations. So here's what I did. Ito yung ginawa ko, I and J. Diba? This is I to letter P. Diba? I to P. So this is IJ, IK, IL, IM, IN, IO, IP. Then we have 7. So now we do 6. So now we move on to the next element on the first. That's letter J. So now we have JK. So now we have JK, JL, JM, JN, JO, JP. 6. Now we move on to K. How many elements are there in K? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then L, 4. M, N, O, P. And then after that, we have MN. 1, 2, 3. Then NO. 1, 2. NOP. That's it. And now we have 28 possible combinations. And right after that, we can now formulate the sampling distribution chart for size 2. So, eto na yung sampling distribution ko for size 2. I still have another one for size 3, pero just like what I said, we will work on only one for now. One step at a time. You mind to say talaga, kids, baka mali mo sabihin ko, we will remove the number 3? No, we will set that aside first. But we will go back to that later. Focus muna tayo sa dalawa, okay? So now we list down the value and then we have it in by 8s. Because as you can see in the pattern, it's 40, 48, 56, 64. So the pattern is it's by 8s. So 40, 48, 56, 64. Then I drag it to make the pattern hanggang the highest, which is 144. Diba? And then after that, we put there the sum. Then, you know already the formula how to make the probability distribution table, diba? First, we need to have a tally. The tally is we have to apply the count if formula. So, di ba remember the count if, we just highlight the chart. The chart where we want our count if formula to be implied. And which is in this blue shaded area. Nakita mo yung area na naka-blue, di ba? And then in here, I put their dollar sign to lock on both sides. So that when I drag it, patuloy na talaga. I will not type na that, ano yun, that thing. Highlight, type, highlight, and then ganon. Para patuloy na when I slide. Okay? So yan, it should look like that. And then we go here. Then I drag everything until the end. And then when I sum everything up, be sure that the sum must be equivalent to the total number of combinations that I found, which is 28. And did we get the number 28 as our sum of the tallies? If we did, then we are correct. Now that we got the number 28, the next thing that we need to do is to use probability. So when we do probability, that one is very easy for you. 1 divided by 28. So here I did AO156, which you see right here. Ito yun, di ba? AO156. 28, di ba? And then I just did it this way in that manner. Divide, 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 divide. Until I reach the end. And then from there, I summed up all the probabilistic values together until I come up with the number 1. And if I get the number 1, therefore, the answer is a probability distribution function. Yan. Very good, okay? And then from there, once we already get everything right, did we get everything right? Our tally is 28, and then our sum is 1 for the probabilities. If we get that, now we can already proceed to our next step. Finding the sample mean. To find the sample mean of the distribution, mabilis lang yun. It's just random variable x times the mean times the probability. Or just simply what I did here is I just multiply the two numbers together and I get something like this. And then sum everything up to get the mean. At kailangan dapat when I sum everything up, it should be 90. Kasi po, do we remember what is the value of our mean that I got kanina? The value of the population mean is 90. 90. And if I get 90 again, it is correct. So yan, when I summed everything up, did I get 90? Did I get that answer? Yes, I did. Thank you, Lord. So therefore, the sample mean is still the same. Next, now let's get the sample variance. To get the sample variance, na naman talaga yung step, it's always the random variable minus the mean. So you know already it's like that, diba? So minus the mean, and we get 40 minus 19, that's negative 50. Then work it out for the rest until we reach the end. Then after that, whatever answer we get here, we square it. And then from there, we multiply it with the corresponding probability. And then sum everything up to get the variance. Diba? So therefore, our sample variance is 684. Taking the standard deviation of your variance, you get 26.15, which is a sample standard deviation. That's it. Diba? And here I did the formula na patuloy-tuloy. And there we have it. We're done! Oops! Not yet. Diba, remember sabi ko sa'yo, hindi pa tayo tapos. Bakit hindi tayo tapos? Kasi po, we still have one more distribution to make. Actually, I thought kasi that's just only one of the distributions that we can make. Pero don't be fooled, class, ha? Kasi nga, diba, sabi ko dito sa problema na to, we are going to do two distributions. Kasi nga, diba, sabi dito, Kuya Dong will buy 2 cell phones, while Kuya Pat will buy 3 cell phones. Also, kanina, we have already done with sample size 2. So now with sample size 2, it's already correct. We're already finished. Now, we are still not yet done. Kasi po, we still need to work on the other one. Take note, if you have an item like this such that you have 2 sample sizes, you have to work on only one distribution at a time. Okay? Because baka mali mo class, it might happen in one question that your teacher might say, there are 10 elements, and then compute for the sampling distribution if you get sample size 4 and sample size 5. And then list down the different, and then sample size 3 and so on. Baka mali mo, there might be a question like that. And then after that, share your answers and differentiate the answers. See what are the results. Kaya that's why nga class, baka mali mo, I'm very certain, if your teacher will give you a complexified example, that's exactly what he will do to you. You will have 2 sample sizes, and then you will have to compute for both. Kaya sabi ko sa iyo, class, if you have 2 sample sizes, you need to formulate 2 distributions. Because 1 distribution is simply not enough. So, kailangan dapat dalawa. Okay? So, now we've already done with sample size 2. Ngayon, we're gonna do sample size 3. Before that, I'll show you how to make the corresponding histogram. So, to make the histogram, madali lang yan. So, first, we get the probabilities together. We try to get all the probabilities just like that. Highlight the chart, whatever you want to highlight until this one. Then, click on the insert button. Click on the chart that you want to insert. So, maybe let's try this one. Maybe this one will do. Yan. Diba? So, your chart will look like this. Pero, we have to add a title. And the title should be Kuya Dong's histogram. Yan, with sample size 2. And then we can change the color of your, ano yun? Change the color. So, maybe I want it this color. I want it this way, diba? Dark violet. So, maybe I want it like this. No, I think that's already the same. So, kailangan dapat it should be in this violet naman. Yan. And then the color should be, maybe the color of our chart should be this one. Yeah, but it's still too bright. Maybe it should be a bit of a darker color. Yeah, that can be good. And then the color is too dark. So therefore we need to make it bright. So we need to put there color white. We need dapat the color should be seeable. Okay? And then this one, the font should be color white. Di pwede ganon. Yan, okay? That's it. Yan. And then from there, we can now change the data. So now let's change the data. For your horizontal axis, it's going to be this series. So ito yun. We click on this thing and then we highlight this part of the chart until the number this one. So yan. And now we've already formulated our histogram. But that's Kuya Dong's histogram. So that's 1 out of 2. Now we need to work on the other one. Before that, let me put this somewhere first so that we can work on Kuya Pat's histogram better. Okay? Be right back. Now going back, class, we are still not yet done. Diba you remember sabi ko sa'yo, we've already worked on 1 distribution, pero kailangan dapat 2 distribution. So now we're gonna work on sample size 3. Don't worry, mabilis lang yun. First, do you still remember for sample size 3, how many combinations have we obtained? We obtained 56, diba? So when we make the list of samples, we need 56 combinations. Para hindi ka mahirapan, here's the technique that I told you. First, let's write the numbers here. Here are the numbers 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 160. Diba? So here are those numbers again. And remember, we have NC, HC3. So we have 3 samples. So how many do we need to highlight as a reference? 2. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 kailangan namin i-underline. And then how many choices are there we can choose? We can encircle. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 choices. Then, can we put out the 32 now? Not yet. Kasi nga, diba, remember, we still need to work on another, we still need to do more. Kasi po, since we're done with 32, 48, now the 48 is gone, and we need to move on to the next element, which is 64. So, 32, 64, that is our next batch. Then, 80, 96, 112, 128, 160. Can you see what I'm doing? the phone down if you need to, para hindi ka mahirapan. So, yan, 160, di ba? So, 160, and then we encircle 5. So, 5 choices. Next, 64 is done. So, what's the next element after 64? 80, di ba? So, 32, 80, highlight mo yung dalawa. So, 96, 112, 128, 126, 160. Encircle 4, di ba? 654. Then, we have 32 and 32, 96, highlight those, and then we encircle 112, 128, 160. That's only 3 na lang. Then after that, we have 32, 112, highlight that, 128 and 160, dalawang choices na lang. Then 32 and 128, highlight that, 160 is the only choice, so isa na lang. So therefore, what's 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3, and that is 128. Okay? So therefore, that is the number 28. So there are 28 possible combinations that we are going to use. Okay? So kailangan dapat ay 21. 21. So therefore, there's 21. So we need 21. Okay? So now we're already done with number 32. So the next one we're gonna do is 48. Now we apply the same procedure. 48, 64, write down all the numbers. 80, 96, 112, 128, 160. Highlight 2. Because remember, 2 is your reference dahil, remember, we are selecting 3. So, 2 will be selected and we have only one choice to select na lang from the selection of the 2 reference numbers. So, therefore, now, the pattern still implies. So, therefore, we have 5, then 48 and 80, 96, 112, 128, 160, 4, and then after that, we have 48, 96, reference, 112, 128, 126, 160, tatlo, and then we have 48, 112, highlight, 128, 160, dalawa, and then 48, 128, reference na lang to, one choice. So yan, now we have 15. So therefore, it's 21 plus 15. That becomes 1 plus 5 is 6, 36. Are we done? Not yet. Kasi po, we still have more to go. And also, I think siguro, para we will not write na the pattern, we can already distinguish it by a pattern. So therefore, we know in the next set, do I remember, it goes like this. Let me show you again. So now we have the same procedure. We're done now with 48, so now we're down with 64. So 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 160. 64 and 80, so 4. Then 80 is gone, this becomes 96. Diba? 96, 112, 128, 160. Tatlong choices na lang. Diba? And then we have 64, 112, 128, 126, 160. Dalawang choice na lang. And then 64, 128, 160. Isa na lang. So therefore, there are 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 10. So that's 46. Are we done? Almost. Pero we're getting there. Ganito na. So that one, we just apply pattern. So after 10 comes 6. So plus 6 equals 52. Then plus 3, 55. Add 1 to give you 56. So therefore, we have already listed all the possible combinations. 56. So to complete everything, ganito yung gawin namin. So now we're done with 64. So now what's next? 80, 96, 112, 128, and 160. Kailangan dapat may 5 na lang. 10 na lang. Okay? So here we can make 6. So we encircle this and then we get 3. Diba? And then now 80, 112, and highlight that as reference. 2 choices na lang to choose. Then 80, 128, 160 is our only choice. So therefore, that's already 6. Then 96, 112, 128, 160. Mabilis lang yun. Actually, with that, you just have to remove na whatever's not there. Highlight the 2, and then you get 2 choices. So that's 2, diba? Then 96, 128, then 160, isa na lang. Then 112, 160, 128, 160, isa na lang. That's it. Ibig sabihin, di ba remember dito, here, if we did it this way, there's no 160. Here, if we did it this way, there's no 128. Here, if we did it this way, there's no 112. Here, wala yung 96. So, tama. We have already listed all the combinations. Now, that's all the combinations we have formulated. Now, let's go back to the distribution. So, here, the sample size of 3. So, di ba, remember, that's what I said here. For the first, we need 6, di ba? So, 6 to make 21. So, IJK, L, M, N, O, P, 6. Then, after that, we have KL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, after that, LM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Di ba? And then, MN. 1, 2, 3. NO, 1, 2. NP, OP, 1. So therefore, we have 21. Next, we are going to make 15. So now that I's already finished, let's go to JKL. So JKL, MNOP, 6. Then 5 for L. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Diba? Ay, 5 pala yun. Kasi nga diba remember dito, JKL, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then M, 1, 2, 3. N, 1, 2. O is just 1. The remnant 1. So therefore, we have 15. So 21 plus 15 equals 36. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 6. 36. Then we need, how many do we need? 10. Diba? So JOP, now we move on to KLM. KLM, NOP. Then M. MN, MO, MP. Diba? Tatlo. Then N. 2. Then OP. That's it. So we have 10. So that becomes 36, 46. Then 47, 48, 49. For letter L. LMN, LMO, LMP. Then LNO, LNP. Then LOP. 6. Diba? So what's 46 plus 6? 52. And then here, exclusion. Here we have no letter P, no O, no N, no M. There. We're done. Now we can already list that into our sample. Alright? Here's the tricky part. That one we have 48 and then 53 and then 58 and 64. So therefore there's a pattern. So plus 5 and 1/3 is the key. So here's how I did it. Yung ginawa ko, para hindi ko mahirap, I did it lang this way. 48 and then plus 5 and 1/3. Because every number that you see, there's a pattern. Plus 5 and 1/3, plus 5 and 1/3, plus 5 and 1/3. So therefore, I did it this way. And then, I did not put $sign because we are not using the reference. Because whatever number we get here, we just add it. So let's say, for example, this one, here, we did it this way. 48 plus 5 and 1/3 to give us this answer. Then we move on to the next. It's this one naman. Kasi if it were $sign, it will always refer to the number 48. The cell is locked when we slide. Pero since I did not lock it para patuloy, that's why I did it this way, para pattern. So 52.333 becomes 58.667. Diba? And then add another 5 and 1/3, it becomes like this. And keep going until we reach the final pattern of, what's the final pattern? 133.333 and a bunch of 3s, diba? Is that the end pattern? Yeah, that's the one. So just kept on going that way. And now we can already list the tally. The tally is just very easy. First, di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, you highlight the chart and then put $sign. Put count if, then highlight the rest of the chart that you want to search. Di ba? You see naka-blue, that's the one we're looking for, di ba? Ito na yun. And then we highlight the rest of the chart, put $signs to lock both ends so that when we slide, patuloy na yan. Then click on the reference, which is 48. Then we drag it up all together para patuloy na. And it goes like this. Ta-da! And then when we sum this up all together, how many combinations shall we make? 56. So we should make 56 possible combinations. And there we have it. There we have our 56 combinations. Now, we need to divide. Kasi nga, we need to convert that into probability. With that, the tally divide by 56. And doing that so will give you this. Then we slide it so that we can get the values and then sum them up all together to get 1. If it sums up to 1, therefore it is a probability distribution table. If it does not sum up to 1, there's something wrong with the computation. But in here, everything sums up to 1 now because I already did it up prematurely before I filmed. Okay? And then after that, now we can solve for our mean. Are we good to go? Yes, we are. So if we are good to go, we can now solve for the mean. Okay? So to solve for the mean, mabilis lang yun. We just multiply the random variable times the probability. Then do it for the rest as we slide. Diba? Then sum everything up to get the mean. At kailangan dapat, ang mean dapat ay makapareha sa population mean. And what was the mean? Huy, 90 pa rin. So tama. Diba? Remember, just like in sample size 2, the one we did kanina, our sample mean was also 90. So sample size 3 naman, here, our size is also 90 naman. So therefore, whatever the sample size is, no matter the sample size is, the population mean and the sample mean are always equivalent. Very good. So now you already know a clue. Kasi nga that's also another reason why I have to let you do this. Such that you have to make 2 distributions. So that we can interpret the results. Kasi nga, this is one of the most popular examples why we are doing this. Because, diba sabi nila, that the population mean is always equivalent to the sample mean. And to see if this is true, that's why we are going to use 2 sample sizes with same elements to verify if this is true. To verify if this is true. So, diba remember, with our population mean, we got 90, diba? And then with our sample size of 2, our sample mean is 90. Now with our sample size of 3, our sample mean is also 90 as well. Because of that, it's a match. So therefore, the sample means are alike. They are the same. Thank you, Lord. Alright? Now after that, we are going to apply the variance. To solve for the sample variance, mabilis lang yun. You already know the procedure, diba? Minus 90 and then you keep going on with the procedure. Slide everything up. Then here you square everything. Tapos pagdating dito, you multiply that with the corresponding probability. And then sum everything up to get the variance. And your sample variance here is 380. And take the square root to get your standard deviation, which is 19.49, which simply rounds up to 19.5. Diba? So let's see if this is correct. So yes, our sample size is 90. Our sample mean is still 90 with a sample size of 3. And our sample variance is 380 with a sample size of 3. And for the standard deviation with a sample size 3, the standard deviation is 19.49 or 19.5. Pero, sabi dito sa tanong, it says here, find the differences of the information. Ibig sabihin, di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, yung sample size 2, we have 2 distributions. So based on the sample variances and the sample standard deviations and the sample means, we are going to compare and contrast. If there's a difference, we need to compare and contrast it. Like for example, di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, ang mga means, we don't need to compare and contrast it because the means are always the same. As you can see, ang population mean ay always the same. Sample mean of sample size 2 ay 90 pa rin. Tapos yung mean sa sample size 3, 90 pa rin, di ba? That's why, in conclusion, the difference of the means are nothing. It says, both sample means and the population means are always the same with each other. Okay? Now, what about for the variances of sample size 2 and sample size 3? For the sake of sample size 2, it's 684. And for sample size 3, it's 380. And then when we subtract that together, the difference is 304. And then for the standard deviation, for sample size 2, it's 26.15. For sample size 3, it's 19.5. When we subtract that, we get 6.65. That's it. Or 6.66. And that's it. So yan. So now we've already found the differences of everything. So that's how it works. Okay? Kaya sabi ko sa iyo, class, baka malay mo, your teacher might ask you that question. If that's why nga sabi ko, if your teacher will give you a question such that you have to make 2 distributions with 2 different sample sizes, that's what you're gonna do. First, you're gonna have to apply the steps as followed. List down all the possible combinations and their sample size based on the sample size. And then based on the sample means, you're going to compute for the population variance and the population standard deviation. Once there, we compose the FDT. Kailangan dapat sa pagkukompose ng FDT, kailangan dapat ang tally ay kapareha, summation of the tally must be equivalent to the total number of combinations found. And where the probability, it should be equivalent to 1. Diba? And then when we get the mean, kailangan dapat it's x times the probability, and then we sum this up together to get the mean. At kailangan dapat lahat yung means ay nakaparehas. And then the variance implies a complicated step. Random variable times minus the mean, and then you square that answer, and then multiply it by the corresponding probability, work with everything out, and then sum everything up to get the variance. Then take the square root of your variance to get the sample standard deviation. That's it. That's how you work on the distribution. Pero na yun, since we're working on 2 distributions, kailangan dapat dalawa, 1 at a time. So just what I said, kanina, I did sample size 2 first, and then I worked on the histogram first, and then babalikan kita for sample size 3. So that's why in this problem, dalawang charts ang kailangan namin gagawin. Okay? Now, last but not least, I'm going to show you how to make the histogram here. That one is still very easy. So you just highlight the chart, click on insert, then click on the chart here. Then I think I want this chart na lang. Yan. And then your chart title should be Kuya Pat's Histogram. Yan. And then from there, we click on this, and then we click on the color. And then we wanted colored, I wanted the same color. So dark purple. And then, our color here should be light purple, just like that. Yan. But the color is too bland. So kailangan dapat, we need to change the color of the text. So dapat it should be color white, para mas makita. Can you see what I'm doing? Tapos dito, we do the same thing pa rin. Para mas lalo makikita. Hindi pwede gray kasi nga malabo. At saka dito pa rin. Kailangan dapat naka-white. Yan. Yan. And there we have it. So now we already have another histogram. And did you see, if you are to compare the 2 histograms together, if you put them side by side, ganito siya, di ba? See the histograms? The first histogram looks like a normal distribution. As you can trace it, it will go like this. Pero if you look at the second one, malabo na siya maging normal distribution. Ay, wait, ito pala. This is the one I have to change. The data should be like this. Yan, di ba? And now we've already formed our distribution. So that's it. So now let's slide it this way. At yun na talaga tuloy. That's it. See the pattern? See? Very nice. Kaya now you already know how to make a histogram with both distributions.